Here we are.
We looked better in the other one.
I guess we have to get closer here. Oh yeah, I was going to turn the guitar down a little bit. All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let us know if you can see us. Make sure the audio's off on that. Well, don't be discouraged when the future is not bright. And don't be discouraged when nothing turns out right. Don't be discouraged if things look bad at first. No, don't be discouraged. It's bound to get worse. Well, your pipes seem to leak a lot. Your plumber's name is Ray. Your wife calls him over whenever you're away. Your kid pulled off her braces. Now she wants a new tattoo. Your in-laws, they just sold their house and they're moving in with you. And they're saying, don't be discouraged when the future is not bright. And don't be discouraged when nothing turns out right. Don't be discouraged if things look bad at first. No, don't be discouraged. It's bound to get worse. Well, they're cutting back your hours at work. There's rumors going round. Everything keeps going up, well, yours keeps going down. You're angry at the government. You voted to let them know. Turns out it was all a trick, some kind of Russian TV show. And they're saying, don't be discouraged when the future is not bright. And don't be discouraged when nothing turns out right. Don't be discouraged if things look bad at first. No, don't be discouraged. It's bound to get worse. Well, you saved up for vacation to go off to Italy. You ended up being quarantined with your plumber's family. And folks ask,
how's it going, Pete?
You always say it's just fine. Well, two can live as cheaply as one for about half the time. Two can live as cheaply as one for about half the time. And they're saying, don't be discouraged when the future is not bright. And don't be discouraged when nothing turns out right. Don't be discouraged if things look bad at first. No, don't be discouraged. It's bound to get worse. Don't be discouraged. It's bound to get worse. Thank you very much. So we are, I'm Peter Lehndorff, this is Susan Hill, and we're doing a post-April Fool's Day concert for the Folk Project of New Jersey. And so let us know if we're having any...
I'll have to see the comments.
It's not running, that's why. I guess we're not seeing captions for some reason. I think you have to keep them. Oh, there it is.
I don't see any comments. Maybe there aren't any.
Maybe there aren't any. Okay, well, let us know. Let us know if anything's too loud, too soft. If I'm too loud, or so this is a song from my my first album, which was called Love on the Line. My best friends all talk behind my back. Jogging can cause heart attacks. I'm afraid of small cars and the bathrooms in bars. I'm afraid I might make a mistake tonight. I'm afraid I could die in an earthquake. They say I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. Germs and disease are in the air. They say I'm a paranoid. Paranoid.
When do I sing?
I sing the first
I can't remember. I'm just looking at you thinking, I'm not really sure.
Okay, well, when I sing, I'm paranoid, you sing it. He's paranoid.
It's not my key. Could you change it to my key? It'd be easier for
4
me.
times a day I change my underwear. 4 times a day I change my underwear. I don't like driving in the snow. I might get stuck and end up off the road. My fondest wish is that I'll never eat fish, 'cause I might choke on a bone. And I try never ever to leave home. They say I'm paranoid.
He's paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
You're paranoid.
Germs and disease are in the air. They say I'm a paranoid.
You're a paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
Yes, he's paranoid.
4 times a day I change my underwear. 4 times a day I change my underwear. I'm afraid of dogs, I'm afraid of cats, I'm afraid to drink from your glass. I'm afraid of ladders, I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid to sleep without a light. I'm afraid of the people in the park, I'm afraid to go out after dark. I'm afraid of guns, I'm afraid of nuns, I'm afraid of cancer from the sun. I don't eat much processed food. My doctor's never seen me in the nude. Never cross the street, never eat red meat. I'm afraid of that guy in the white suit. He's over there. I think he's got a knife in his right boot. They say I'm a paranoid.
He's paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
You're paranoid.
Germs and disease are in the air. They say I'm a paranoid.
He's paranoid.
Paranoid.
You're paranoid.
4 times a day I change my underwear. 4 times a day I change my underwear. Well, I'm not really sure anybody's listening.
I know how to get the comments on my laptop.
Oh.
Not on
see. I think you.
Well, I think I wouldn't get the comments because
No, you'd see the.
it's your account.
Oh.
But I would still see them.
I thought anybody
could see them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me just look. No, let me see. Let me just see if I can maneuver my computer from across the room. We can see what's going on.
Subtitles.
Yeah.
There are.
Oh yeah, there are. You know you're not paranoid if they're really after you. Okay. Well, at least there are comments, but we can't see them on our iPad over here. Maybe I can see it on mine though, because I'm a host.
Yeah, but I should be able to see them anyway.
Yeah. All right. Let me just see here.
There are no comments.
Well, yeah, there are over there. Well, so let me just see.
Should have brought my laptop.
Let me see.
There's likes.
Let me just see.
I have to move over because this big fat guitar is in my way. There.
I don't know how to do it. I think
you don't get the comments either?
Well, I do. I don't have time to. I need to keep the show going. Oh, God, I don't want this.
And how's that going for you?
All right.
No extra charge for the comedy.
So,
Peugeot.
So today is 404, which is in the internet world, so that's usually a page where you can't find what you're looking for, which is kind of what's going on here. But for the car nerds of the world, the 404 is a very specific vehicle. I drive an old Peugeot, but I can't speak French. I carry jumper cables, I carry a wrench. Well, it skips when it's raining, and it stalls when it's dry, and the damn thing blew up on the 4th of July. Whippy-tie-I-A, parlez-vous français? Whippy-tie-I-O, would you fix my Peugeot? I bought a new engine, I bought a new clutch, and another $1,000. Didn't buy much. I went to my mechanic, and he shed not a tear. He says, you and that Peugeot, just get out of here. Whippy-tie-I-A, parlez-vous français? Whippy-tie-I-O, would you fix my Peugeot? And it wheezes as we drive down the street, and something keeps dripping on the top of my feet. We're going on vacation. If I have some luck, my Peugeot will follow. I'll drive a tow truck. Whippy-tie-I-A, parlez-vous français? Whippy-tie-I-O, would you fix my Peugeot? Whippy-tie-I-A, I've got the AAA. Whippy-tie-I-O, would you fix my Peugeot? So we're still trying to figure out how to see.
Well, just keep it going.
Keep going. All right.
Keep it going.
Well, we need to. All right. So this is a song by one of my favorite singers, John Prine. I didn't share it to my page.
Oh, okay.
I never got around to it. Ready?
Yes. Just sing.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. My friends all tell me better no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Signed, Bewildered.
Bewildered, bewildered, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood.
Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. My wife hollers at me, my kids are all freaks. Every side I get up is the wrong side of bed. If it weren't so expensive, I'd wish I was dead. Signed, Unhappy.
Unhappy, unhappy, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck, stop knocking on wood.
Dear Abby, you won't believe this, but my stomach makes noises whenever I kiss. It's very true. My girlfriend, she tells me it's all in my head.
No.
But my stomach, it tells me to write you instead. Sign, Noisemaker.
Noisemaker, noisemaker, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck, stop knocking on wood.
Dear Abby, well, I never thought that me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We were sitting in the backseat, just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and her pants to her knees. Signed, Just Married.
Just married, just married, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Signed, Dear Abby. That's a funny song.
All right, this is a song. Let me just see. I guess we can't. I don't know. I guess on her iPad I can't see it. Well, this is a song about the little town that I live in here, town of Hamden, Massachusetts. This is a song about a couple I saw down at our local convenience store down the street. saw them together, and I gave them names and created a life for them. And this didn't actually happen there, just in case anybody's checking whether we have a lot of crime here or anything like that. Billy worked on Main Street at the little store. He just bought a little truck. It was a 4x4. And Monday on his day off, he was driving down the street. He was getting hungry for something good to eat. For lunch he bought a Slurpee. He bought a Hostess pie. And then he saw her working there. Was love at first sight. Heather was a pretty gal. She was tall, she was slim. He smiled at her, she smiled at him. He smiled right back again. It's a marriage of convenience. It's a marriage made in heaven. Billy works at the Cumberland Farms and Heather at the 7-Eleven. Well, Billy bought a Hostess pie almost every day. 4 or 5 weeks later, he asked her on a date. They said they might get married. They never reached second base. But Heather always kept a few condoms, just in case. They kept each other company most days of the week. Billy kept an eye on Heather, and she kept Billy on a short leash. Then one night at Billy's store, while he was stocking shelves, Heather was off in the corner reading Cosmo to herself. It's a marriage of convenience. It's a marriage made in heaven. Billy works at the Cumberland Farms and Heather at the 7-Eleven. Well, a big old rusty car pulled up. It had one headlight out. This guy came in, he walked around, he was checking Heather out. He walked up to Billy and he pulled out a gun. Well, Heather knocked him out with a frozen burrito and a sack of hot dog buns. They vowed right then and there they'd never be apart. They had their wedding party in the 7-Eleven parking lot. All their guests had Slurpees, we all had Hostess pies. And one and all we offer this toast to the groom and his new bride. It's a marriage of convenience, a marriage made in heaven. Billy works at the Cumberland Farms and Heather at the 7-Eleven. Well, Billy and Heather, they run a little store. Heather had that burrito bronzed. It's hanging by the door. If you stop in to see them, tell them I said hi. And pick up a gallon of milk and a Hostess pie. It's a marriage of convenience, a marriage made in heaven. Billy works at the Cumberland Farms and Heather at the 7-Eleven. It's a marriage of convenience. It's a marriage made in heaven. Billy works at the Cumberland Farms and Heather at the 7-Eleven. Thanks a lot. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one. So this is a part of my series of inappropriate songs for children. No.
Is this where I leave?
No, well, Visible Woman. Do you sing it?
I can surprise you.
You can surprise me.
I can surprise you.
Yeah, unless you want to go see if there's any.
I could read the comments on your computer.
Yeah. Why don't you try to sing this one with me? So the story with this song is that I'm not sure if it was me or one of my brothers, but we when my parents took us to the Boston Museum of Science, we saw this one exhibit of the Visible Woman, and right at an inopportune moment, one of us said, I thought it was me, but said, Daddy, does Mommy know she's going to have a baby? Really loud. So anyway, this is a story about my love affair with that exhibit. Well, my daddy took me in to see the Science Museum. Saw dinosaurs and ants and frogs and spacemen. Saw great big snakes and a little volcano. Find out what makes a rocket ship go. But then he took me in to see the Visible Woman, and I forgot he ever wanted to be a spaceman. Visible Woman, I'm in love with you. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the Visible Woman. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the Visible Woman. There I was, an 8-year-old with a see-through woman and the lungs that glowed. Visible Woman, I'm in love with you. She was the neatest gal that I'd ever seen. I asked her for her heart, she lit up her spleen. When my daddy wasn't looking, I said, I love you. She started to get warm and her brain turned blue. She could probably teach me the birds and the bees. We'll keep her plugged in, won't need no batteries. Visible Woman, I'm in love with you. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the Visible Woman. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the Visible Woman. She is the neatest gal I've ever seen. I just need some Windex to keep her nice and clean. Visible Woman, I'm in love with you. Well, someday I'm gonna live with my Visible Woman, with a visible dog and some visible children. We'll all live in the visible house, where the visible cat will chase the visible mouse. Take a ride to the country in the visible Dodge. Maybe we can stay at a visible lodge. Visible Woman, I'm in love with you. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the Visible Woman. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the Visible Woman. There she was, she had no clothes. She was clear plastic from her head to her toes. Visible Woman, I wanna marry you. Visible Woman, I'm in love with you. What do you mean there's a visible man? You did good. This is the first time she sung that. So.
Yeah, sing wherever. Not much you can do. I was going to dance, but...
Let me see. I do 2 cents worth.
Thinking this will help. Jeez.
Maybe if you.
Ooh. Turn off chat.
No, we want chat.
Maybe it's going to come up here. Maybe it's you need to put it horizontal. It's cycling, maybe.
Wait a minute, let me just see something.
You just turned off the video.
Oh, sorry. All right.
It doesn't matter. It would be nice to answer.
Yeah, be nice to answer. I mean, we said we might take requests if we knew them.
Well, I can go over and look after this, or when you
do. All right. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay. So this is one of the songs from my new album. Don't Be Discouraged, which if you're interested, I can be glad to send you a copy or 2. It was produced by Jim Henry and has a Sue sang on it.
Did I sing on this song or did he cut me on this one?
He cut you on this one.
Oh.
He cut my guitar too.
Well, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna play and sing.
Okay. Well, I did my homework and I worked real hard. I got good marks on my report card. I got a prize in science, I got a prize in art, but my teacher still gave me her 2 cents worth. Well, everyone's an athlete, everyone's a nurse. They know the secrets of the universe. None of them were famous, that would be worse. They all want to give me their 2 cents worth. Oh, they tell me what to do, they tell me where to go. They tell me what they're thinking and how much they know. Somebody famous was a friend of a friend. I've heard the same story again and again. Everybody gives you their 2 cents worth. 2 cents worth, 2 cents worth. Some of them are smart, some of them are jerks, and they all want to give me their 2 cents worth. I went to college, I got a degree. Maybe I should go and get my PhD. I'll write a book, I'll be on TV, and then I'm gonna give you my 2 cents worth. Oh, it's not worth a quarter, it's not worth a dime, not worth a nickel half of the time. 2 plus 2 plus 2 cents worth. Add it all up, it's just 2 cents worth. Everybody gives you their 2 cents worth. 2 cents worth, 2 cents worth. Some of them are smart, some of them are jerks, and they all want to give me. They all want to give me their 2 cents worth. Thank you. Let's see. You want to go over there?
Sure.
All right. Now you have to make.
No, I can fit.
You can fit. All right.
Still want to hit my head or knock it over.
All right. So So down in the lower right-hand corner is where the comments are. Yeah, just scroll down. You can scroll with it, yeah.
I'll find him.
No, you went past him. Yeah, then see where it says Gary Pratt?
Oh, on the right.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Sometimes they scroll past and you can't, it's hard to get back at them after, but. Let me do this song. I was debating whether to do this song, but I've been thinking about, let me do this one. I know this one. Just have to tune up a little bit here. Well, the prize patrol drove by my home during the Super Bowl. They stopped at the house with the stolen cars. Mr. Smith is on parole. Mrs. Smith, she fired her shotgun way up in the air as the prize patrol let them know that they were millionaires. Well, Mrs. Smith, she's got 3 kids. Mr. Smith thinks he's their dad. They're selling booze at their middle school. Business has not been bad. They're firing off their BB guns. The neighbor's dog is scared. So yes, we're told this we cannot understand why the Smiths are millionaires. Sometimes good things happen to bad people. Some people have all the luck. You think the crooks and fakes are getting all the breaks, and the regular folks don't get enough. What goes around comes around, that's how the saying goes. Well, what goes around comes around, and hey, you never know. Well, what goes around comes around, and hey, you never know. Well, Buddy Jones, he owned some land up on Rocky Hill. It was the site some years ago of a secret toxic spill. He's building condominiums with a swimming pool and selling them to us seniors, so we have nothing much to lose. And Lester Franks, he runs the bank that funded Buddy Jones. And all us old folks have to go to him so we can buy those homes. Roll back Rick and the Smiths all keep those millions there. So there you go, we'll never know why they're all millionaires. The early bird gets the worm, that's what his ad say. But if you are the early worm, it's not your lucky day. What goes around comes around, that's how the saying goes. Oh, what goes around comes around, and hey, you never know. Oh, what goes around comes around, and hey, you never know. What goes around comes around, that's how the saying goes. Oh, what goes around comes around, and hey, you never know. Thank you very much. I have that little applause thing over there. Any interesting comments or no?
No. I mean, yeah, a few, but...
All right, I'll just keep going.
We'll see if we
Yeah.
No requests.
No requests, all right.
So far.
Okay. So this is a song from my first album, Love on the Line. I have to say my dog is being very well behaved. He's down on the floor. Usually he wants attention. His famous last words. Jill became a Girl Scout when she was just 13. She loved to wear uniforms and she looked good in green. By the time she had had enough, she had just turned 17. By a twist of fate, she was too late, she was now a Marine. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. By the time Jill was 17, she was 24. Well, Jack went down to Sears to buy a windshield wiper. They told him that he needed new tires, new brakes, and an alternator. They sold him a new battery, they sold him a new muffler. They changed his plugs and they changed his oil and one windshield wiper. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having none. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Well, Jack and Jill were friends when they were very young. They fell in love, they went to the prom, they were married before long. Now they're still pretty happy, no problems, more or less. But Jill takes a whole lot longer and Jack takes a whole lot less. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Jack and Jill went up a hill just to fetch a pail of water. Mother Goose was on the loose and now they have 4 daughters. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having none. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Everything takes a little longer, everything costs more. Let's see. Yeah, once you come back, we can do a couple. Yeah. All right.
It doesn't look like that in the video, but it's It's very deceiving.
Yeah, we have a tiny little space here.
It doesn't look like it in the video.
In the video, yeah. There I am standing up. Okay. So I wanted to thank Gary and Kathy for helping set this up, and also Tina Ross for suggesting my name to the Folk Project. I've watched several of the shows. I've been a member, I think, since, well, when Tina did some of her songwriting interviews, like with Dar Williams and some of the other shows. So it's a great organization. Hope I can play down there in person sometime. And I think I met some of you people, some of the folks at Nerf when I was down in Asbury Park. All right, so let me see. What are we going to do here? Let's do, yeah, we'll do Please, Mr. Squirrel. Am I bumping into you?
No, I'm used to it.
So this is another one for my new album. I climbed the mountain to see what I could see. Got to the top, pulled up a rock, fixed myself some tea. Fell asleep under a tree, woke up the victim of a robbery. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola. Please, Mr. Squirrel, climb into your tree. I love Mother Nature and the birds and the bees, Rocky and Bullwinkle on TV. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola. Is it coming back?
I'll get it next time.
Okay, it comes
First
back.
time, you
Yeah,
do it.
that's okay, yeah. I gave him a candy bar, I gave him a piece of cheese. He never said thank you, he never said please. He ate my sandwich, he drank all my tea. I don't know what that squirrel wants from me. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola. Please, Mr. Squirrel, climb into a tree. Well, I know he seems cute enough. He took my raisins and he's got my nuts. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola. Tent to move away, to get away from him. Walked on down the mountain to go back home again. Started driving, nearly lost control. Squirrel in the backseat with my jelly roll. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola. Please, Mr. Squirrel, climb into your tree. I break for rabbits and chipmunks too. I don't wear fur, I eat tofu. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola. Here he comes now. Well, I just got used to big city life when that squirrel showed up and ran off with my wife. Please, Mr. Squirrel, don't eat all my granola.
Funny.
All right, so. Yeah. This goes out of test. Usually this is pretty good. good tuning jokes.
I don't know why it would go out that quick.
I played that one, the last one, kind of hard.
I could do it.
This is a little song about suburban life up here in Massachusetts. I'm sure it's true in New Jersey too. Well, we all live in East Longmeadow, and we live in a house just like all the others. Water my lawn till it's green. My wife has a garden, she grows beans, and we all live in East Longmeadow. Well, I drive every day down to Hartford. I got me a job in a skyscraper. I wear a jacket, I wear a tie, I sell insurance. I'm a nice guy, so we can live in East Longmeadow. I just bought an American car. It's a station wagon with fake wood vinyl on the sides. Gets 10 miles to the gallon, so we can get around in East Longmeadow. And we all live in East Longmeadow. And we live in a house just like all the others. Water my lawn till it's green. My wife has a garden, she grows beans, and we all live in East Longmeadow. Well, I've got 2 great kids, and I'm not bragging. I keep them in the back of that station wagon. They get up in the morning, they go to school. One's below average, the other's a fool. But we all live in East Longmeadow. And we all live in East Longmeadow. And we live in a house just like all the others. Water my lawn till it's green. My wife has a garden, she grows beans, and we all live in East Longmeadow. Well, I drove home one night to my house. I said good evening to my spouse. Grabbed my dinner, started to watch TV. I noticed everybody all staring at me. It was the wrong house in East Longmeadow. And we all live in East Longmeadow. And we live in a house just like all the others. Water my lawn till it's green. My wife has a garden, she grows beans, and we all live in East Longmeadow. East Longmeadow, Massachusetts, USA. Thank you very much. I think we have time for 2 more.
All right.
So again, I want to thank the Folk Project and everyone involved, and keep up the good work. And again, this concert is free, but if you want to chip in, and my PayPal and Venmo links are in the comments, and actually they're on screen too. So. This is the title song from my first album. Well, we have been married for a year or two. People think it's strange that I've never met you, but we were married on the telephone. So tell me that you love me after the tone. Tell me that you love me after the tone. Tell me that you love me alone. Buzz me, fax me, do it one more time, and let's put our marriage back on the line. Yeah, let's put our marriage back on the line. Well, I gave you a ring on our wedding day. You were in Chicago, I was in LA. Your dad was on the kitchen phone, my mom called from the mall, the priest called from the church, it was a conference call. Your friends logged on to Facebook, Uncle Jim had gone to bowl. We marched down our aisles to the music on hold. Your brother played the touchstones for a hymn or two. The priest got on the line and we said our I do's. Tell me that you love me after the tone. Tell me that you love me and me alone. Buzz me, fax me, do it one more time, and let's put our marriage back on the line. Yeah, let's put our marriage back on the line. Well, we had a great reception, if you pardon the pun. You cut the cake, babe, and FedEx me some. The honeymoon was awesome. We faxed until dawn. You faxed me from your sofa, I text you from my lawn. Well, absence, they say, makes the heart grow fonder. That's why I'm here and you're way out yonder. Now it's time to settle down and raise a kid or two. Your doctor said for me to mail this bottle to you. Tell me that you love me after the tone. Tell me that you love me and me alone. Buzz me, fax me, do it one more time, and let's put our marriage back on the line. Yeah, let's put our marriage back on the line. Thank you very much. We're going to finish off with another John Prine song. And want to thank you once again. This was a lot of fun. Well, she don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. But she's my baby, I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go.
Well, he ain't got laid in a month. sniffing my undies. He ain't real sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, I'm his honey, never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. Well, she thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her corny. She puts ketchup on her scrambled eggs, swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes the licking, keeps on ticking, never gonna let her go. He's got more balls than a big brass monkey, whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie, sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes, he's a howling at the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe, never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. This is a lot of fun. All right, now let me see if I can. Let me just see if I can.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I think I can. I'm trying to.
Well, this might be the comedy act at the end.
Yeah. I know, I just. I can't get my mouse to work on it. There we go.
I told you it was the comedy end.
Yeah.